Hello everyone, in our last video we have downloaded and read the source file in OIC and populated the data into a ATP table. Now in this video we'll prepare the data for our target file from that table using a ATP package, and then we'll create our target file. Now if you didn't watch that video, please do watch first. You'll find the link in the description. Now let's start. So this is the employee table where we have populated the data from OIC, and this is our target file that we have to create. Now in this target file we have to display the different information for each department. The information are average salary, employee count, maximum salary, employee ID and employee name, who gets the maximum salary. Now to get this data we have to write one query, and you can see this is the query that we have to use to get those data. And here we are using the rank function, partition by department, order by salary, DSC. So it will provide us the rank of the employee for each department based on the salary in a descending order. And if you can see in the outer query we are using the rank equal to 1. That means it will provide us the employee who gets the maximum salary. And for the average salary, maximum salary, and the number of employee count for each department, we are using the average, max and count star function, and we are also using partition by department to get the data for each department. And in the where condition we are using the instance ID, because this instance ID will get from the OIC and it will be unique for each run. Also we are using e.star to get all the columns from the employee table, and in the outer query we are selecting the columns that we require. So now let's run this query. You can see we are getting the desired output. Now we need a package where we'll use this query, and the result set of this query will put in the collection. So for this we have created one package which is emp_pkg, and first of all we are creating one records. In the records we are using all the columns that we require, so which are department, average salary, emp count, maximum salary, emp ID and emp name. And based on this record we are creating one collection which is emp tab, and which is a table of emp record. And we are using one procedure, get emp data, where we'll pass the instance ID from the integration, and using the query we'll get the result set and put that in the collections. Now that we'll do in the package body. This is the package spec. You can see this is the package body, and the procedure name is get emp data. So p instance ID which we'll get from the integration, so that is why it is an input parameter. And we are creating one collection variable p-emp tab which is based on our collection emp tab. And this is the same query that we have just discussed. Here you can see all the columns we are putting into p-emp tab, which is the collection variable, and we are using the bulk collect. That means the entire result set will be stored in this collection variable p-emp tab. And in this query you can notice that we are passing the instance ID equal to p instance ID, that will come as input parameter from the OIC. So this is about the package spec and package body. Now we'll go to the OIC and clone our last integration to implement the package calling and create our target file. So this is our OIC instance, and this is our last integration intg006. Now we'll clone this integration and we'll provide the name of the new integration is intg007. Now we'll clone it. Now we'll edit this integration, and here you can see we are downloading the file, reading the file and insert the data into ATP. Now we'll use the ATP connection again to call the package. So I'll use the ATP connection ATP001 and provide the name as fetch ATP. Now we'll use this operation invoke a stored procedure. Click on continue. We'll select our schema, which is admin schema. Now the package name is EMP package and the procedure name is get EMP data. I will continue and finish. Now I'll go to the mapping, and here you can see P instance ID is there. So it is an input parameter which will pass to the procedure. Now from the integration metadata we have to find the instance ID. So go to runtime details, and this instance ID will map to this P instance ID. Now validate, go back. Now the data that we'll get from the package, we'll use this data to create our file. So we'll use the FTP connection to write the file to sftp. So you can use FTP 001 connection, and I'll put the name as write file. Continue, continue. Instead of reader file, we'll use write file. And the output directory I'll put as dummy directory, file name I'll put as star. Continue. Now here we have to provide the structure of the target file. So I'll choose continue. I'll select the target file structure, which is target EMP data. Record name I'll put as W. Record set name I'll put as WS. Now I'll check this checkbox column options, so that now all the columns are optional, but we have to choose one column as mandatory. So I'll choose the department column as mandatory. Now click on continue, finish. Save this. Now I'll go to the write file map. So first of all, we have to provide the target file location and target file name. So I will expand this outbound header type, and here you can see file name. So I'll create a target node for the file name, and I'll put the target file name as target empdata.csv. I'll save this, and for the directory I'll go to request wrapper. So from the request wrapper I have to pass the file path. Now for the write file we have to create the header separately. So that is why I'll click on this W, and I'll choose the option as repeat node. Here you can see two nodes are there, and the first node I'll use for the header in the write file. So I'll expand this, and for each field I'll put the name of the columns. So I'll choose the department and choose the create target node, and I'll put the name as department. Similarly for average salary, I'll create the target node and put the name as average salary. Like that I'll do for all the fields. Now you can see I have put the column name for all the fields like EMP count, maximum salary EMP ID, and maximum salary EMP name. So the first node is done. Now for the second node we have to pass the data. So I'll expand the fetch FTP response, and here you can see PEMP tab item. So this is the repeating element, and this is coming from the collection variable from the package. So we'll map to this W, because W is the repeating element, and we'll map the fields like department to department, average salary to average salary, EMP count to EMP count, maximum salary to maximum salary, EMP ID to max salary EMP ID, and EMP name to max salary EMP name. So this is done. Now validate this. Now save this. Now the integration is done. Now I'll activate and run this integration. So first activate this in debug mode and run this integration. So here we have to pass the file name and file path. So I go to WinSCP. So this is our file path and this is our source file name. Now I'll run this. Now the integration is completed, and if you go down and if you expand the invoke fetch ATP, you can see the message processed by invoke fetch ATP, and these are the data that it is getting from the package. And if you go to invoke write file, here you can see message processed by invoke write file. This is the file that is created, target emp data.csv, and this is the location. Now if you go to WinSCP, so you can see this is the file that is created. So just open the file and you can see the data is created as expected. So we are done with our requirement. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Share this video within your circle. If you have any doubts, put that in the comment section and do subscribe our channel. Thank you.